Hello, it's Donna Jordan from the Dance Collective back again for lesson 4. We are going to be discussing partnership. If anyone's ever danced salsa before, you may know that partnership should be about connection. It should be about energy shared between two people. And this state of COVID is very hard with all of the social distancing. But what I'm going to do, I'm inviting some special guests on, and I will show you step by step how to do some drills to help you prepare so that you connect with your partner better. Because honestly, in the salsa world, a lot of people want more of the connection than all the fancy tricks and turns and all of that. You want to connect. That's why you dance with somebody else. So just hold on a moment, and then we'll come back, and then we'll have two special guests to go over some drills. Okay, I'm back with my special guest. You are probably familiar with Noah. He's been with some other lessons with me, my son. And I have my mother-in-law. Woo! All the way from Virginia! Anyway, so I think that we should all be dancing all throughout, so I'm very happy that she's here to join us. So now drills. What do I mean by drills? In order to understand how you connect with others, we are going to do a few drills. For instance, if we put our hands or our arms about shoulder height, you all can follow me, shoulder height, and then we take and pretend like we are squeezing a wet towel and wringing out the water. That is what engages our back muscles. Let's relax down, because a lot of times, believe it or not, you lead from your back muscles, not from your arms doing a double dutch. It's actually the back and your energy forward. So let's just try that drill again. So our knees are always soft. Yes, yes. And then putting those arms about shoulder height, grabbing that towel and squeezing back and holding it. As we're here, we want to engage our abdominal region, kind of pulling it in nice and tight. So just relax down. Dancing is hard work, but the dancer who's done it a while makes it look like it's not hard at all. But it is, trust me. So hands up again, arms up. Squeeze that towel. Now let me show you what your arms do. If you're a follower, in this case my mother-in-law, your right arm goes up and your left arm comes here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Eventually somebody is going to be in front of you. Now, if you are a lead, your left arm comes here and your right arm is going to go behind her back. So those are those two positions, coming here and coming down. That is the most important part if you're doing what we call a closed position. So I'm going to step back a little bit, and I want you all to put your hands up, your arms up, and then go to your respective positions. Squeeze those towels, positions. Yes, yes. And then as you turn around and face each other, you should fit like a puzzle piece. Yes, see that? So she's grabbing his deltoid, a little bit lower. And then there's all these points of connection. You have, he's got to look past her shoulder. You're connecting here, here, the hands, and the shoulder blade. The shoulder blade is here. So if he wanted to do something in like a salsa step, and if he goes forward with his left foot and she goes back, then they can do something like that. And then go backward, and she'll go forward. So they're connected. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to review that again. Hands and arms up about shoulder width. Yeah. And if you're a follower, you're going to take that right hand up. That left hand will like rest on either a deltoid or a shoulder. And then coming back here. For a follower, the reverse is true. Yes. So come back center, relax a little bit. Now, whatever your position might be, come on up and get those hands and arms in the right position. And then what happens, if she opens up and the lead comes to her, you fit like a little puzzle piece. See? There you go. So if you want to try something like a basic step, and you're going 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. There you go. That's our basic step that we've learned for quite a few weeks now. Thank you, face the camera. So that was closed position, so we're all headed together in closed position. A lot of times in salsa, there's also a position called open. And with the open position, your hands are just kind of out and relaxed around your waist, so which is your center. So basically, if you are a lead, your hands will be turned up. If you are a follower, they'll be relaxed down. That's all it is to open position. So if you turn back and come together, yes. So it will be the same position. We're going to make sure that there's a little space underneath the arms. There's a little space. So for instance, there should be a tennis ball should be able to fit right underneath there, because we actually lead with our back muscles and the energy that you push forward. So if your arms are flat to your sides, it won't feel very good. And you want to go down to her center of gravity. So if you did that same move, our knees are both nice and soft. I'm going to say 5, 6, 7, and then you'll do your basic. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 2 more times. Nice partnership. And last time. 1, 2, 3. And hold it here. All right. Thank you very much, mother-in-law. Okay. So we practiced that whole positioning, a drill of where the arms need to be in closed position. We're going to work more with the connection and energy connection that you can practice anyone at home. Grab your boyfriend, grab your husband, grab your wife, grab your child. It doesn't matter. Because in order to appreciate and to learn partner dance, at some point, a partner has to be involved. So if we face each other, and we do like the old school Pattycake. Remember the Pattycake you used to do as a kid? Well, I did. We have that. Our knees are soft. And you see how there's a W with our arms? So we're giving each other plenty of space. And if we push with each other, we call it the push and lock it in. So we push and we lock it in. And what that does, it engages the back muscles. So if we're just relaxed, we're not really pushing any kind of way. So we grab and then we push. And that is what activates a leadership role. So if I'm not activating and say Noah pushes more, it'll be like this. We will never be dancing equally if it's in this position. The same thing happens if I'm pushing a little more, it'll be like that. So we always want to strive for our weight is about the midline of our bodies so that we are equally exerting energy to each other. So what normally happens with this, if he flips his arms down, this now becomes open position, which you'll see a lot. And it's still around my center. Yeah, around my center. We still have a little space underneath because we never dance like this, because if you dance like this, you have no energy that you can give to your partner. Okay, so with this particular drill, this is where you have to trust your partner. Trust your partner, because dance is just all about trust and movement. And when we have our 5 connection, the best thing that you can do is for the follower to close her eyes or his eyes, depending on what role you're playing. And then the lead, after we have that connection maintained, it doesn't matter what direction you go, but when he's ready, he's going to start moving a little bit, just like pedestrian walking. It doesn't have to be any dance steps. It just has to be that I'm trying to respond to whatever directions he's going. For instance, if I don't have any type of connection, this is what happens. Did you see that? If I don't have a connection, that's called a lag. I'm lagging because I think I know where he's going, but I really don't. But if I'm well connected, I can go and stop wherever he wants me to go and stop. So this is like the precursor of any type of partner dance. Okay, so we went over all of the drills with partnership. And remember, just to become better with partnership, you just have to practice with someone. So now, I just want to go over a little bit about how I know as a follower how he wants to transition from one move to the other. Say we're in our open position and we're having our 5 connection. And clearly, if I want to do my basic, he would have to, when he's ready, come forward and I would have to come back. Then he would have to reverse. So it's just all about, once that we're in this pattern, we stay here until the lead is ready to change direction. So with the direction, notice one thing I want to be very clear, hold it here. So notice, he did not take it out like, follow the arm, follow the arm. Basically, his whole energy said, let's come together, and I followed. He always leads, and I follow. I respond to what he's doing. So if he wants to go to the side, his whole body comes, and his whole body goes there. So what we're going to do, we did a front, we did a side. Now, what if he wants me to go back in our cumbia move? Then that means he's got to take his body in a certain direction so that we open up. I do my movement, but he is physically taking me back at a diagonal. This is the hard part. When he wants to stop and take me back into a basic, he's got to be a little bit earlier. Yes. Okay, so when we're doing our diagonal movement, say he wants to change from this diagonal movement back to the basic when I was going backward. He's got to do it a little bit early, so I'm ready. Very good. And hold it here. All right, so we've discussed rocking forward, back, side to side, all about intention and energy. The last part, and the most challenging at times, are the turns. Because a lot of times women might be wearing really big heels, and the floor might not be ideal. So you want to ensure that it's very, very safe for you to turn. So that's why there's a move called a prep. What a lot of good leads will do, if they know just this part, boom. Like for the 1, 2, 3, now we're just going to use our arms. So if you go here and 3, notice how it's a patty cake. Can you see that? It's a patty cake at an angle, and we're pushing to each other because we're still connected. So if we do the arms, 1, 2, 3, and then 5, 6, 7. If he did it by himself, it will look like 1, 2, 3, and then 5, 6, 7. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, remember that turn we did on week 2? Now we're going to take that turn in partnership, which can be a little challenging, but we'll figure it out. So for the first 3 counts, he's doing a prep. He let my hand go. My left hand is gone, and we have that reverse patty cake. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, because something's about to happen. One more time as you're practicing at home. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm pushing to him. He's pushing to me. For 5, 6, 7, he's going to go back on his right, and then I'm going to turn and then come back to him. That was 5, 6, 7. So the funny thing about turning, the misnomer is that people think that the lead is just turning, the follower, but that's not really true. The lead is giving the indication that it's time to turn, and she's going to be doing most of the work. He's just saying, okay, it's time now to turn. So if we did that without breaks, it would be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm ready to do something else. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1. So if you've been practicing, thank you, week 1 and 2 with the turn, this should be just something that you're overlaying on all of that. Okay, so we've done turns, we've done rock step side to side, we've done diagonals. We're going to dance all of that to music in open position, then we'll try it in closed. Musica! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basic step. Here we go. Basic again. Side to side. Basic here. One more. Diagonal. Basic here. My turn. His turn. Coming right now. I just let go. There you go. And hold it here. Okay. Just so you're prepared, that was ultimate position. But what you'll notice, you can do a lot of these moves and closed as well. It just depends on what your lead might want to do and what you're comfortable with. So we're going to do the exact same set of movement in closed position. Remember all of your drills. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, here we go. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, thank you for watching. I hope you learned some partnership drills for this 4th lesson. We have one more coming, and just practice, practice, practice. And if you have, as usual, any questions or comments, please visit on Facebook, Leonardtown Salsa, and I will be happy to talk to you about them. Thanks, see you next week.